Hello everybody, my name is Saurabh Chatterjee from SIA Photography. My dream is to make every camera owner a great photographer. So let's get started with the reviews. So this is a very nice picture. So I would have loved to have little higher depth of field, so you can see only this part nicely, but rest of the things are a little blurred. Even you see at least this writing should have been in focus. You see this is not really in focus. There's a little bit of blur also, I guess. So maybe this was shot with your hands, or maybe uh, so not the sharpest image. So this kind of image, this because this is still life, has to be very sharp, but otherwise nicely composed, nicely executed, except the problem with the focusing. You can see uh, a nice landscape with the sun flares. Looks very good, very nice. You see it's during the golden hour, the morning sun, very wet pictures like this. Okay, another picture taken in the morning. See how well, there is no hard light here, but little bit of hard light would have been made much better. But yeah, even though, and yeah, I would have loved to see the face of the person if possible, but otherwise still a very nice picture. Well, this looks like a very stock image and very relevant at this point of time with the spreading of the coronavirus. So a lot of people might be asking for pictures like this to the stock agencies. And taken during the golden hour. Yeah, maybe I would just add little bit of warmth to the picture. But you see there is a frame of, so don't apply these frames and all unless you have a specific reason for doing it. So very nice picture of see the lady looking at her mobile phone with the man, and see I like the way his hands are, so gives a very beautiful feeling to the picture. So, very nice. You see they are so close to each other, so quite a loving couple, I can understand. Quite an interesting concept. You see one person alone is burning, and there is two people, maybe they are in love or something, so makes a nice picture, nice story. So, and you see the things that you can do at home, so even when you're not going out, you can still do quite a lot of pictures. Okay, so two birds, two coppersmith barbet, but very low resolution, so I'm not able to understand, but I guess the birds are in focus. Well, I really don't like this person in focus. So one thing you have to remember, wherever your eyes are going to first, that part should definitely be in focus, and here you can see this part is out of focus, and this is where my attention is going first. So little disappointing for me. So I would have loved to have both people in focus here. And yeah, so I really like this moment that is being captured, that girl peeping out of the gap or the door. Very nice. So it might be a pose shot, but that's okay. So it still makes a nice picture. In fact, I've got a lot of pictures like this where I wanted to take a person's picture, and the person just went inside, and he or she came back, and that's the moment I was able to capture the picture. So yeah, nice shot. Okay, nice picture of a person smoking, black and white, also adds a little bit of value, and this actually makes him look like a devil, the smoke here, so that makes it look very interesting. So quite an interesting picture. So the smoke really adds a lot of value to the picture. Okay, so you see this is a very ordinary place, but still it makes it look quite interesting. So, and black and white really works here with these pillars and the textures, so makes quite an interesting picture. And here the darkening of this part also makes it look little more interesting. It's a little too tight, so if you think your lens is, so you have shot this at 80 millimeter, so I would rather use a 1855 lens to take this picture, because I would like to have this picture a little wider. Okay, a bulbul, but you can see his the head is not visible. Okay, the eyes are not visible, so not very interesting. The cormorant, and it's positioned right at the place where there is a highlight, so quite an interesting picture. You might also like to add a little bit of warmth to this picture, so maybe something like this, add a little bit more of contrast. Okay, so this is not the best place to take this picture. So there's actually a restaurant when you go to the top and you get a very nice view, and not cropped properly. So maybe I would like to have this picture a little wider, and if you think your lens is not wide enough, this is actually shot with a 50 millimeter. So I would rather shoot this little wide, definitely much wider than this. Okay, so one eye of the buffalo calf and then another one behind. So the other one is quite blurred. Okay, 1.8 really does not work here. Maybe I would love to have little bit more details, maybe something like 3.5 or 5.6, maybe a little bit more details of this, the one in the background. Okay, this is a nice picture. Okay, nice lady, but the hands are cut, but they are not necessarily, these rules are there, but not necessarily you need to follow the rules all the time. Okay, so shot in beautiful short light and beautiful soft light, and makes a nice picture. And yeah, you can see there is no distraction in the background, so though it got beautifully blurred, so makes a nice picture, and quite well in focus. Now whenever you're taking pictures like this, just make sure the hair is done properly, because you see the hair looks a little untidy here. So now the person working on Photoshop will be having a hard time to correct this picture. So okay, nice moment captured of these people looking up. So this makes me wonder, what are they looking at? Maybe some kite which is flying, or some balloon which just went off. So makes an interesting picture. So, and these three people are there. So, but maybe some editing is required, some post processing is required. Okay, so and another nice straight portrait, and I like the background blur here. So shot at f2 using a 50 millimeter 1.5 lens, but looks like even the subject is also having little blur for some reason. So you see, can you see there is a little bit of blur? It's not really in sharp focus. So whenever you are taking pictures, make sure that your subjects are right in focus. I think the focus is somewhere here. You see, I can see a lot more details of this part compared to this part. So here you just have to use single point focusing and lock and recompose. Of course, with the newer cameras, mirrorless cameras, you have the eye focus, you can use that as well. Okay, so a beach, lot of beautiful lines, some people walking. So yeah, a nice picture. This will also make a nice black and white, you can see, as I increase the textures and the clarity, so makes a nice picture. Yeah, so also because I made into black and white, I can make the sky a little darker. Yeah, but yeah, because it's a JPEG file, you see I'm getting this banding. Yeah, okay, so this is a nice feeling. So you see the sun. So if you have only the sun setting down, something like this, it will make a very boring picture. See, a lot of people take pictures just like this, where just the sun is setting. So this is a very boring picture, but because the other subject has been included, this definitely makes it look much more interesting. Okay, so young kid in blue water. Okay, nice, not bad. Okay, so beautiful soft light here with this blue background, so quite nice. Maybe I'll just use this filter to darken the part around, just a tiny bit, so that it is very subtle, and maybe just increase the contrast a little bit, so that the face shows out. Okay, so well, you see this part is not adding any value, there is a lot of clutter here, and so I would just very quickly use a grad filter here, so that this part is dark, so your attention is going more to the face. So this is definitely one thing that will do. So now you see, now your attention is not going to that blank space, but going to that part. So maybe increasing a little bit of contrast, or yeah, you see, you can see the before and after, how it looks. So how your attention is shifting from this part, lower part of the image, to the upper part of the image. Okay, so Nice shot, so taken from the top and with the, but yeah, very typical, so everybody does these kind of pictures. Still looks quite good. Well, this is not the best place for taking this picture. You have to explore, you just have to move little bit here and there and find the best place from where you can take this. Very tight, so we have to shoot little wider. Didn't So the building with the reflection, very nice picture taken at a perfect moment, so taken during the sunset time, so makes it look very good. But yeah, little over sharpened for some reason, I don't know, maybe you have shot this in JPEG mode or something, so that's why you see the quality of the picture doesn't look really very good. Okay, so the heron. Okay, I like this picture with you see so there is some, you can see the rule of third hasn't followed. There is a lot of space in the direction which is looking at, so makes it look quite interesting. Okay, so nice picture of a resort with a clean blue sky and a blue here as well, and with some coconut trees. Yeah, maybe if there was some activity happening, it would have been a much better picture. But yeah, still a nice one. But nothing really very interesting, but okay. Nice picture, 4 people, no overlapping, good time to take this picture, so very nice feeling for this picture. But yeah, it's quite sharp, nice. Nothing much happening here, so at the beach, so I would rather crop this picture because there's nothing much happening here. So, and you see I can see some kids there, so I would rather crop this image. Now this is what you have to do right in the camera, so I am just trying to see how I'm going to crop this, so avoiding the dustbin also, so maybe something like this. Okay, but yeah, I would have loved to have a little bit more of the if there was some clouds, it would have been a really good picture. Also, you see the horizon is not straight, so I would just use this to straighten the horizon. Okay, Vamsi Photography shouting out loud that it is his picture. So you see this is really taking away my attention, and you have one logo here and another logo here. So if you really think that your pictures are masterpieces and somebody will steal your picture, then maybe it's a good idea not to post pictures online. Otherwise you can have a small logo or text, something that is not very distracting. So yeah, so otherwise you see it is spoiling. You see there is a building here, I'm not able to see because this is taking away my attention. So otherwise nice, well composed picture, but the logo and this text is really spoiling the picture. So I don't know what. So previously when we were shooting with film or even with digital cameras, we never used to use watermarks. So most of the great photographers you will not see using watermarks. So it's more of the younger generation is so fascinated about putting their name everywhere. So, but it's okay, it's a personal choice. I can't say it is wrong or you should not do it, but you should do it in a way that it is not disturbing the picture. That's the point. Okay, nice picture of the Charminar taken during the blue hour, but maybe I would love to have some people here walking, so that will definitely make a much better picture. So some people, because Charminar, this place is definitely about people. Very nice expression captured here, but probably taken at a very high ISO. That's why you see there is a lot of noise in the pictures. And so again I would tell the same thing, so just go out to a place where there is more light. If you have some soft window light coming, so that will be the best to get some pictures. Maybe just place the baby near the window or near a source of light. So this was taken in not the best source of light, not very bright, that's why you see there is a lot of noise and the details are missing. But yeah, a nice expression. So the expression, definitely I should say it is really very nice. Okay, a lady with smoking lady, a typical Rajasthani picture of a Vishnoi woman. Well, whenever this is a nice picture, you got a very nice silhouette, but try to avoid overlapping. So that overlapping really spoils picture. So whenever you're shooting people, try to avoid overlapping as much as possible. So if it's a very crowded place, you can't do much, but here it is definitely possible to take a picture without any overlap. You just have to wait for some time. Well, nice vine snake, but you see the snake is cut here. I would compose it in a way that this part is also this part is not cut. Okay, so we'll make a much better picture. Nice, nice picture and nicely processed as well. Okay, so but the resolution is a little low, so I can't say whether it is sharp, but I assume it should be a sharp picture. So yeah, so an expression, so I don't see much expression, but maybe that was the purpose of taking the picture, so that I cannot say whether it is good or bad in that respect. But yeah, the light is great, the editing is good. Okay, so yeah, again, so all the kids picture I am seeing here, they are all blurry or not having proper light. So this was taken, I'm not sure what lens has been used here. So 50 millimeters work really good here in low light, but definitely you need more light. But a nice expression, so nice expression. It is very red and there are some red balls, so definitely makes a good picture. Quite an interesting picture. You see only the lips and the red t-shirt, and something interesting in the cover page as well. So maybe, so it tells a story, so makes a story. Very okay. So a nice picture of a long exposure, looks good, and taken during the blue hour, so definitely makes it look more interesting. Just the mountains. So they have a lot of textures, so you just have to increase the texture a little bit to show, but maybe not the best time for taking this picture, because you can see white. So if you take this kind of picture in the morning, that will be the best time. Okay, so nice picture of a waterfall, but maybe a few people. So landscape, people think that if you go to a beautiful location, you will be able to take some beautiful pictures all the time. So landscape pictures are not that easy to take if you want to make them interesting. So you need some beautiful foreground and good editing as well. You see, I have lost the details here, so I would reduce height. But yeah, because this is a JPEG file, I will not be able to do much, because you see this is totally washed out. If you have the raw file, I'll be able to bring out more details of this part, also bring out more details from this part as well. Now you see it looks like correctly exposed. Previously it was little underexposed, but this part I have already lost the details. So yeah, if you have a raw file, you have to process it once again, or in a situation where it's very contrasty, maybe you can bracket and then get some pictures. I don't know why the sky is so noisy, and because the EXIF information is not there, I am not able to see this. But yeah, this was also nicely composed, but yeah, maybe with some people. But yeah, even a black and white will look good, and maybe I would wait for a time when there are some birds flying in the sky, because there's a lot of blank space here. Okay, this was shot in the morning, but you see I am not able to see the detail. Yeah, so you see this part, this needs little better processing. You will be able to get more details from this part, also some more details from this part as well. Okay. Well, you see, there is not the best foreground you can see here. Okay, so you can get much better foregrounds. Okay, nice. This is little over saturated. You can see the blue and it's over saturated. So just you have to know where to stop. It's just like too much of sugar tea is not a good idea. So just make sure you stop at the right place. Okay, another picture from the Valley of Flowers. But yeah, you need to understand how to compose a little better. Though I understand this is a very beautiful location, it's difficult to take a. But yeah, the composition could have been little better. So I guess this looks like the Valley of Flowers. This is a lovely portrait. I like these colors, the whole feeling about this picture, and the smile of the lady. She's also wearing red, so makes it look very interesting. So the only thing I don't like about this picture is this blue polythene bag that you see here. So if I am taking a picture in a situation like this, I would physically I ask her that can I take this polythene out, because it's spoiling my picture. So I would take the polythene out and then take the picture and put it back at the place where it was, and definitely thank the person for giving her time for taking the picture. A nice expression, beautiful picture. The guy looking and she's looking at the baby. So nice picture. And I can see there's a little bit of rains as well. Okay, so she's hiding her in the rains. Beautiful. A little over sharpened, you see, little too much sharpened. Otherwise, well, could have been better. You see, the composition, there is a little bit of clutter and little underexposed as well. So you can see the histogram. Maybe something like this will work better. Okay, nice expression. These people are having fun. So yeah, so you got a very nice expression. But maybe because there's nothing much interesting in this part, maybe I would just see if I can crop this and make this look. Avoid the other two people there. You see, those two people are not adding any value into the picture. So maybe I'll just crop it like this. So you see how the subject starts standing out and all the and then I would use a the radial filter here, maybe not this much, maybe something like this, so that your attention goes just to the subjects and nothing else, right? Okay, so nicely focused, but I can guess it's nicely focused, but you see the very low resolution picture, so I'm not able to understand. Okay, nice picture. This will also make a very nice black and white picture, but I wish the light was falling on his at least on his eyes. But yeah, you see, the moment I make this into black and white, this blue color is gone, and that makes the picture look much more interesting. Okay, so here this picture is also not correctly exposed. You see, now it looks little better. So exposure is something which a lot of you must take care of. Okay, and like these three people also will make a nice black and white picture. Beautiful picture, but this guy is hidden. I wish that guy was also visible a little bit. Maybe if you move a little bit on your right hand side, you would have probably got that. Okay, this is a nice picture, but again underexposed. You have to increase the exposure, and maybe I will just use a radial filter over here so that my attention goes right on the boy, and you have to do it very subtly. So here also you can see a watermark, which is okay. So here you see the transparency has been reduced, so this is kind of okay. So I see the picture first, and then I see, okay, it was taken by Anurag, which is good. But yeah, if you have a big logo and it is taking away the attention, that is not a very good idea. This picture is also a little underexposed. Okay, so yeah, and nice expression captured. You see the gentleman is reading the newspaper, so maybe no customers, so he's just spending time, his spare time. Okay, nice picture, though this is hard light. This is still you see you can see this, but it is not obstructing the eye, so still good. But yeah, there is a building in the background, so if you have done it for a purpose, then it's okay. Otherwise, I would try to avoid anything building. Okay, so yeah, this is a nice picture, gives a nice feeling about this. Nice one. Here the finger is cut, otherwise a nice picture, not correctly exposed. So I would like to see little more details of this part. Okay, so not focused properly. The focus is somewhere here, and not also, yeah, little blur. So you have to, so this 125th of a second, maybe she was moving her hands, so maybe you have to use a faster shutter speed to get it correct. This is a lovely picture. So I think this is one of the best that I have seen so far today, except that the hands are cut. But yeah, this is still a very nice picture. Beautiful light, beautiful background, and this also tells a lot about what is going on there, what she does. Okay, so beautiful, very nice picture. Nice. So I like the angle. So this is so generally I don't like to shoot at this angle, but probably here it works here. Okay, so nice, lot of layers in this picture. So you see 1 2 3 4 5, beautiful picture, lot of layers, very thoughtfully composed, quite a interesting picture. This was taken by Daisy, very nice picture. Nice. the Charminar with the reflection. Not possible all the times. If you go early in the morning, you will get a picture like this. Even this was taken in the morning in the Charminar. Very nice picture, very nicely framed, and the sun flare, that one person coming out with a cap. So yeah, very nice, capturing the flavor of the place very nicely. Nicely taken, nicely edited. You see the person is standing out, and the textures, so black and white really does justice to the situation here. Okay, nice. Well, I would have chosen a little different angle for taking this picture. Not sure if that is possible, but yeah, I would have definitely tried. Over sharpened, but otherwise a nice picture. But the hands are cut, so don't cut your the hands. So I would actually share a guideline on the description. I would share a guideline. So what are the situations where you can cut the what are the parts of the body that you can cut, and what are the parts of the body that is not a good idea to cut. So I would share that. Just see the description and you will be able to understand. Okay, so you see this very nice picture. You see, though he is having some trouble with his feet, but still you see he's a happy person. So very nice expression, though there is a little bit of clutter in the background, but sometimes these things are just meaningless because you have captured a priceless expression of this person. Very nice play of light and shadows, beautiful, and black and white really does justice. Okay, flower seller. Yeah, I like the way you have composed the picture with this little flower in the foreground, so makes it look quite interesting. And yeah, so I would, whenever you have text, we tend to read the text if you know the language, so make sure you cut the text. So you see I have removed the text here. Okay, there is some funny colors in this, so I am just going to remove the colors. So yeah, so you see there's too much of colors here, so you just have to remove the colors. It will make a much better picture. There's too much of green in this picture, which is very unusual, so the skin tones are not preserved. Here you see the face is dark, so I have to increase the shadows. You see it starts getting better. So a lot of you have to learn how to process your pictures better. Okay, so alright, this is a nice picture, but I am not, this is focused here, but my attention is going here, so this part needs to be in focus. So the camera focused here, so you have to control focusing little better. So I would use single point focus and would focus on the gentleman here. But yeah, the framing is quite good. I like the way you have framed the picture with little bit of this foreground, so makes a nice picture. I like this framing as well, beautiful. Maybe a little wider, so yeah, if your lens is not that wide, you can just take a few pictures and stitch them into one, so that is possible. So okay, so yeah, very typical shot of the Salarjung Museum. So nothing great, but yeah, not bad as well. But okay, so this is a beautiful picture. So you will get this picture, this shot only at a particular time of the year. So when the flowers are so full with the yellow flowers, and there is a yellow auto also here. So the only suggestion I can give here is I would love if the auto is somewhere here, so it is more prominent and more visible. So otherwise it's a nice picture. So thank you so much for listening to the review. I hope this was helpful for you, and we will be continuing this session. So if you have some pictures, so I'm posting the link, so you can post more pictures, and I would love to review them